You're about to see 4 of the best tool bags out right now. These are professional grade bags that hold up, help you stay organized, and they have features that you won't find anywhere else. If you're not familiar with Veto Pro Pac, you are in for a surprise. I've been using their bags now for about 5 years, and once I switched over, there was no going back. Now, each of these bags comes with the features that make a Veto, but they all have their own footprint, and then they kind of have different features and strengths depending on that. Make it fit your workflow better or worse. And with these bags sitting at a pro grade price tag, you're gonna wanna make sure that you get the right bag for you so it actually fits into your workflow and you actually get to enjoy using such a fantastic bag. Up first, we've got the Tech MCTP. This is a bag that I've actually used for a long time. Not this version of it. This is the new infrared version, but the old MCT is one of the most popular and it's one of my favorite bags. The MCTP just stands for these pockets on the side, which are absolutely fantastic. Probably the biggest addition to this infrared line of bags. These meter pockets add a ton of different options. They allow you to put some of your more bulk storage stuff, your meters, different things in here instead of having them in the back. That's a big deal. That's the main upgrade outside of the new colorway, the red and black, which is personally, I love the look of. I like that they're giving you options. As much as the color of your bag doesn't really matter, it's nice to be able to have options, and especially if you're like me and you like Milwaukee, the black and red, it's cool. If you don't, it's still cool. I don't care. Now, one of the things that Veto does well, all of their bags are this way. They have this hard bottom, and this hard bottom here is especially important because the amount of stability that these bags have compared to other tool bags is out of this world. Especially the larger the bag you get, they just don't tip over, they don't fall over, and you get to actually work out of the bags. Now, all of these bags are empty, so you guys can see the full layout. You guys can get the idea of all of it. If there's a bag that interests you, I'll tag a link to the video with these actually loaded up with tools. I just know that if I do fill these up with tools, I'm gonna go through them, and it's gonna be a lot longer of a video, so instead of wasting your time with each individual bag, we'll go through them empty. If you like one, go check out the loadout. Now, another key feature that Veto has just killed it on are these handles. They're super robust handles. And if you see, they are in the middle of the bag here. And the reason for that is because there's dual-sided compartments in this. Not one, but 2 compartments, which is one of the reasons why it allows you to organize so well, keep so many hand tools and different things. Now, we're gonna go ahead and take this strap off here. It does come with the strap. And it just comes with these, it just clips onto these D-rings here. So we'll just take this off so it's not in the way while we're recording. Now on the outside, this MOLLE webbing here is new. It's just a part of the infrared series. So you can put different things through there like pens, pencils, small stuff, carabiners. You can just clip it onto there. It looks cool and I like it. Gives you different options for carrying different stuff. But we'll go ahead and look at these pockets right here in the front. Small zippers. I don't traditionally use this for much. It's not a ton of room. I put AAA and AA batteries in them. Then on the other side here, we've got the same thing, but instead of the small pocket on the bottom, there's an actual Velcro pocket. This one does stick out a little bit. So you can see there's actually a little bit more room in that, which this is where I actually keep my identification. You'll see it on the backpacks. There's a spot higher up, but I do like the Velcro pockets that shut a little bit better. And there are some bit pockets in there as well. But I don't typically rock the bits in the bag itself just because I have a whole kit built out for those. My favorite addition, again, we've talked about it a little bit, but these side pockets here are ridiculous. It's a great, I mean, I absolutely love the side pockets. It does have a tape clip on all of their bags. They always have this, just a little tape clip. You put them on any of the D-rings you want to. They come with a ton of D-rings. D-rings on the front, on both sides. The big D-ring that we took the strap off of, and then there's a small D-ring on this side of the pocket here. There's also this tape clip here. This does go all the way through. So this means if you want to stick something in there like their new magnetic pouch system, which come from the spring promo items, or with the pocket stuffers with the traditional MPX style of pouch, these do clip onto these side pockets really, really nicely, which is something that I'm glad that they did. Obviously, you can put a tape on there as well, but magnetic clips, if you haven't seen these pouches yet, they're phenomenal. Clips in there real nicely. Same thing with the pocket stuffer, so you can actually carry this around. I like that a lot. Obviously a tape. We'll go ahead and undo this, open it up for you and let you see inside. This here is a lot of extra storage. Now, I've seen a lot of comments asking about what will actually fit into this pocket. What are the size, like what's the dimensions? This one here, I've got a 376. This is not the FC, but it's a little bit larger. And as you can see, it does fit down here. This is kind of pushing the limits of the actual pouch itself, but it will fit in the side here. Now, a T6600 will fit in this bag on the side pockets. It's a little bit less room than I would like for it to. I personally wouldn't keep a T6600 in the side pocket. I would end up putting this in the back, trying to move other stuff around. On the MCTP, they are slightly smaller than they are on the MB5B, at least from what I've noticed. I can actually fit the transmitter and the receiver both in the pockets of the MB5B, but I can't fit them in this bag. And so we'll test the T6600 out when we get to those other pockets, but I do know for a fact that this is typically how I carry my tracer in an MB5B as my service bag to do small service calls. I love having this tracer around. It goes in one of the side pockets. It fits in there together. Now, with that being said, something like a Klein bit box, this is one of the smaller footprints. It's the ProFlex bit case. It fits in here incredibly nicely, no issues whatsoever. This is something that I typically carry in the side pockets because it doesn't take up all that room in my bag, and I have all the bits that I need. Now, the 323 fits in here, no problem whatsoever. It's a super easy fit. There's a bunch of extra room, and then the leads can just go in this little pocket right here. I really like this. It's got the stretchy material on there, so it actually holds it with some tension, and that way you don't have your leads flopping around everywhere. Zips up nicely. You can put whatever you want to on the outside, still get to it and get to your meter. Keeps everything fresh. You don't have to worry about it banging around with everything else inside of your bag. And it is like this on both sides. There's also two pockets on the back side here, one lower and one higher. They do go all the way down to the bottom, but these are nice in case you want to just keep some small hand tools and different things like that in here instead. You're able to do that. You don't have to use it for bulk storage. You can just pile in stuff that you either constantly use or want to keep protected or whatever you want. There are also these red pockets on the outside, which are great for markers, screwdrivers, voltage detectors, anything small that you like to use very often. It's on all four of these. So there's one on the front, one on the back of each pocket. Same thing here. You can see the red. It's a pocket. Same thing on the back side here. As far as the inside of the bag goes, these do have custom panels. So these are the base storage panels for this one. This bag is it's a small service bag. It's perfect. It's light. You really can't carry around a million tools in here, so it doesn't get incredibly heavy, but you can carry enough to be dangerous. Like I said, this footprint of bag has been my favorite, one of my favorites so far, especially for the service stuff. Adding in the meter pockets makes it so much more usable. Now, they do all come with this little strap here, which just allows you to use this as a workspace. There are pockets here. This is the see-through pocket right here, which belongs to the zipper, and the zipper up top actually does go the full length of the bag behind the see-through portion. There's also a magnet right here. I really like to use this for panel screws or anything that I don't want to lose. But we're going to go ahead and take this off. It does come on all of the bags, only on the front side, which is what this would be considered. Now, all of these panels in all of these bags are V-swap panels. That means that they come out. So I'll go ahead and show you guys this one. Boom. And they do have a bunch of different panels for these bags. Like I said, this footprint's already available. This is just a new colorway with the addition of the meter pockets. But this is the front panel, and it's the tool panel. At the bottom, we have these pencil pockets or small screwdriver pockets. Typically, I'll keep a marker, a pencil, and then potentially an electronic driver, depending on what all I have in the bag. But then there's different layers of pockets after that. You have the two larger pockets, which are great. That means when you put stuff in here, like your pliers, they actually have some support, so they actually stay upright. You can see this bag is empty right now, and they're still staying upright. There's not even any pressure from the tools behind it. And in the same way, you can continue to just build or put them in there. Screwdrivers, different things like that, it handles them very well. And then there's also the individual pockets up top which do go the full length of the bag. Right here, you can see they go all the way down to the bottom. This is a 10-inch pair of claw pliers, so we can just go ahead and push these down here, and you can see they fit in there extremely nicely. No issues. If you want to carry different bits, different accessories, things like that, this is a full pocket right here. So anything you want to keep safe or keep out of the way, you can put it in there. And then these are all individual pockets. They also have D-rings up top. This is part of the V-Swap panel series. You can flip them around however you want to. If you click on their bag on the Veto website, it'll show you all of the different panel options for that specific model. And there's a bunch of them. And the V-Swap panels do go not just in the infrared bags, they go in almost all of them except for the traditional colorway, which is the green, brown, and black bags. In the backside here, this is considered the meter panel. This one here, it's a little bit different on the back side than the front. It doesn't have the thing to actually work out of it. This is typically what I use for my more bulk storage or my things I don't use as much. And then I work out of the front side. So typically I'll have an impact in here, bits, different things like that. But the panel back here is also a different configuration. It's not the same one. And in the same way, you can get a bulk storage or different styles of storage if that's not what you use it for. But we'll go ahead and take this one out here. This configuration is actually how I use it. So I use the tool panel in the front and the meter panel in the back. The main difference is that instead of the 2-pocket tier system, like on the front, this has a stretchy pocket. It's softer material, so it's better for larger bulk storage items. We've got the 948 here from Ideal, and this will fit inside of this. Just like that, if I want it in a pocket. I also can just crush this pocket and leave it in the bottom of the bag, which is something that I do often for stuff like this. It does have the 4 pockets across the top that take anything large that you want it to. And then up top, instead of the different compartments up here, it just has one larger stretchy pocket, which typically in like the MB5B or different things like that, you can put your meter leads in there if your meter's in the back or if it's in the side. And then of course 2 D-rings up top that just go in there. And then this piece here is just the Velcro that the strap goes over to secure it. Really easy to take in and out. It's not going to fall apart on you. The Velcro is super strong, and they do have bulk storage, so it just covers up all the Velcro so it doesn't get dirty while you're using it. But you can put bigger items in there and just really pack the mess out of it if that's what you want to do. Personally, I love the storage for these bags. I think that's what they're the best for. This, like I said, just makes a fantastic service bag for skilled trades, electricians, plumbers, HVAC, all those guys. So we'll go ahead and put this one back in real quick, and I'll show you guys just how easy it is. I like to push it all the way down to the bottom. Boom, done. It's in there, it's secure. It's that easy. Now, another cool thing that Veto does that's always a Veto thing, they have a 5-year warranty. I've never had to warranty any of my bags. I've never had any issues, but they do have a 0 downtime guarantee. So if your bag breaks or there's some sort of malfunction, you send it into them, they send you a replacement. When it's fixed, you guys switch back. It's great. You have your bag for forever. That goes on for 5 years. And like I said, I have had no issues with any of my bags. The only catch with that is that you want to make sure your bags are registered. To do that, you have to use an authorized dealer. That's all listed out on their website. All of these will be linked in the description to Acme, which is an authorized dealer, so go check them out. Next up, the TP-XXL. This is a very different one than the other bags on the list. It does come with the strap right here, which we can go ahead and leave on for this one because it's all single-sided bag. This one here isn't the dual-sided thing like most of the Vetos are, but this one here is just so easy to use. On the back side, we'll go ahead and cover this first. There is a tablet pocket. Now, I don't rock a tablet, and so this is very easy to put, again, large bulk storage items in. If we go ahead and take our tracer out, we can see that it actually does fit in the back of here sideways, which is kind of crazy. It's a tight fit, but it's in there and it's done. So anything like that you can put in there, or a tablet, obviously. But if you're not using it, the cool part is it just folds down and compresses, and it really is almost like there's nothing there at all. On the sides, they have the same meter pockets. which are fantastic. We'll go ahead and show you guys how the fit is on these. That right there is the sure trace fitting in there really pretty easily. So with that, the sure trace fits in there with both the transmitter and the receiver. So now we'll go ahead and try the T6-600 and see if it fits in this one. So with the T6-600, there's definitely a lot more room in here. I would consider this good. I would keep my T6-600 in the side of the TP-XXL. It does fit. There is enough room. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the 376. It's in there with absolutely no issues at all. I don't have to push or move it around or try to zip it up real hard at all. It fits in there nicely. There is a lot more room on the side of this bag. There's just probably a little bit more clearance, and so they actually are able to push that pocket up a little bit more. And it's the perfect size for your meters. Obviously your bit case, different things like that will fit in there as well. And my 323 it fits in there, no issues whatsoever. Now this one doesn't have the pocket that goes all the way down. It stops right here at this black line with this material here. So you don't have the same place to hold your meter leads. So the back side here, there are the same 2 layers. So if you want to keep other hand tools in there instead of the larger items, you can. Gives you a place to store them, or if you want to put your leads in there, it's possible. Another big difference on these side pockets is there's a actual Velcro pocket on the side here, which my whole hand fits in very, very well. It does actually come out as well. There's some stretch to it. So if you want to fill these up with anything, whether it's material or it's just different tools or whatever, I like to stuff these full of wire nuts. That's just what I like. And then of course it has the tape clip on the side as well. And this does go through. It's a little bit harder to actually put something like your pouch with the pocket stuffer or the magnetic pouch in here because of that lower pocket. It doesn't carry it the same way, but it will still snag onto there and hold, especially if you kind of push it off over to the side. It's just not the same as the other pouch with that. There is still a D-ring up top here, and then there's the large D-ring, obviously all the way up here at the top. In these front pockets here, there is one in the front here before this red line, which will fit diagonal cutters, strippers, whatever, and then obviously the larger pocket as well. But I do like these pockets on the front because they're always accessible. Even if this is closed, they are on both sides as well. Personally, I like to keep one side of this empty, so that way if I'm using a tool, walking around, doing whatever, I can actually just shove it in there and I have a place to keep something. I don't have to find somewhere to put it or put it in a pocket or do whatever. I can actually just have it on my bag. So if we push this through the handle here, which is the same exact handle, but after we get that through, it can just slide in and fit right into this nice little stretchy portion here, this band, and it just fits in here, so that way you don't have to worry about it getting in the way. But if you need this to stay out of the way, if you don't want to just flapping around, you can just put it in here, pull it through, and then that way it's locked in. Now, with this, there is another see-through portion, which is great for meter leads, parts, different things like that. There's not a magnet on this one, which is fine. It's not even a platform that you would work off of. It's just another pocket. It's another place for storage, and it keeps it away from the bulk and the majority of your tools like you see in this portion here. Now, in this front pocket, this is one of my favorite portions of the actual TP series. It comes out and it expands, and I like that just so much because it also has these 2 pockets in here which actually allow you to keep separation of whatever materials you have in here. They do Velcro shut, so if I push these down and pull them up, you can hear they Velcro shut, which is nice. And then there is a little button here that clicks into that, and now all of this is secure. It's not coming open. Now, if you see the inside of this bag here, you can see there's a front portion here that comes out. We're gonna go ahead and take that out real quick so you can see it. Again, part of the V-Swap panel series. This one just sits in the front, and so if you want this in here for extra storage, you can have it. If not, you can get something to cover this up so you can have more bulk storage in the middle there. So if we want the extra storage, we can keep this in there. If we don't, we can get rid of it real quick. And we'll go ahead and pull the main panel out. This is the panel that it comes with. Now, Same thing as the other Veto bags, right? It's a very common style that they use with the 2 pockets. I love it. They just hold tools well. It's great. They do have the small pockets on the front, 2 main pockets, and then the 4 pockets up top across the back. Again, 10-inch pair of the claw pliers fit in there very nicely. They stay out of the way. They're sucked up against the bag. Up top, there's a ton of different bit storage options, and these do stretch quite a bit, so you can actually fit things in there. You can see even my tester, this is obviously a bad example. I would never keep this in there, but it will fit in there, so you can keep larger items in there. You just have to find small enough, short enough items, bits, different things like that that aren't not too tall to be hitting the top of the bag. Another thing that a lot of these Vetos come with are these hooks. This one here, it just disappears into this little slit right here. They all disappear some way or another. There wasn't one on the MCTP, but I love these bags. It just allows you to hang it. That way you can keep it in reach if you're working from it, or even if you just want to secure it to a lift, to whatever. That way it doesn't tip, you can do it. Now, another cool part is the built-in pockets on the side. These are great. You can obviously carry whatever you want in here. This is a set of 10-inch claw pliers in the side here. There's a ton of different room. It's on both sides. These are the only pockets that don't come out. This is quite a bit of room, and it really just allows for you to actually work from your bag, carry it around. You can have it completely open if you keep this out of the way completely, and it just gives you complete access to everything. It's right at your fingertips, especially if you like to work from your bag like this. We got a special one here. I'm a sucker for a good backpack. I love backpacks, tool backpacks. They're my favorite. This is the smallest version of a tool backpack that Veto offers, and it's incredibly compact, but just packed with features. This one here, especially, like I have the tool panel in this one right now. Obviously, you can see it comes with a strap that holds it up, so you can use this as a workspace. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of this now so you guys can actually see what's going on inside this bag. But this one here especially comes with some different loadouts that like completely transform this bag. So if you want a testing bag, go check out the panels for this bag. I don't actually have them because I don't do that much testing, but they've got some pretty cool features, different things like that. And you can see it's completely open. There's a ton of room up front here, like a ton of room. Like I can fit this bit storage case down here, and it's not making this compact at all. This is probably the big thing for this bag, is that it is a backpack. It's small enough to do a lot of the service calls that I do. This has been my small service call bag for probably a couple months now, and I've been absolutely loving it. It's one of my favorite models from Veto right now. Again, I'm a sucker for backpacks. Get what you want. Don't just get what I like. They're fantastic bags. I will speak to the quality of all of them when I tell you, if you buy one for this price point, it will not disappoint you. You will get what you pay for, especially when it comes to features. Now we'll go through the outside real quick before I show you guys all of those features inside, but this thing, it's phenomenal. This is the way I use it, but if you do more testing, check out the other panels. It's ridiculous. Now the side pockets on these do have the same style as the TP-XXL. They have the Velcro portion down here so you can fit other stuff in there. It's, of course, has the tape clip here for tapes and pouches. And then there's a D-ring up top. Of course, comes with a tape loop. This is the bigger style, so we'll just start using this as the reference instead of trying them all in there. But it will fit in here nice and easily. No issues zipping up at all. There's quite a bit more length up top. But one of the cool things that this bag offers that other bags don't is these little pouches that go in the side. It's got the magnetic clip system, so that part of it's awesome. It's got 2 different layers, and that's what these are for. So if we go ahead and push this down in here and want to use this for hand tool storage instead, it comes with built-in storage. Or if you just want your meter in there, you can actually just take this out. But we'll go ahead, take this out real quick, because this doesn't just go in the side pocket. But if we go ahead and open this up, it does have these portions on the side here too. There's 2 different layers, and this will actually fit in here as well to give me just a little bit more storage. It helps if you look at it, but I was trying to show you guys on video. Now you can see it even adds in more storage up top. This is cool too, because not only will it fit on your bag, You can also put this around your belt or your pocket. So if I wanted to work out of this, put this in my pocket, it doesn't make the best pouch in the world. These weren't necessarily meant to be pouches the same way that this style was, but you're able to do that. Put it around your belt, put it around your pocket, put it on your bag, and then work from it from there. And I like the magnetic style so much. Now, if you guys are not like me and you hate backpacks, don't worry, this one doesn't have to be. These are removable straps. So if I push this down here, I can unconnect this down here from the bottom and take these backpack straps off. I'm not gonna do that. I definitely prefer the backpack straps over anything else. And this one also has a hook, which is one of my favorite features. I just love the little stuff like this. And it doesn't even get in the way at all. It just hides away. It's not in the way, it's not coming out. I've never had any issues with any of their hooks. So if we go ahead and move this, this is a very padded pocket. So this here is a tablet pocket. You can fit whatever you want in here. Typically in these testing bags, I put all my leads in here. So if I had my 376 in the side, I would put some of the attachments in the back side here just to keep them safe. I don't use the backside super often from any of these bags, just because honestly, there's so much storage in the front. I don't really need to. That has the most front pockets of any of the bags so far. There is bit storage in the back here on the front side of this lip. It does expand and close. So if you want it to be more filled, you can, and then the Velcro can just come over. Or if you're not really using it all that much, it does just flatten down and you don't have to worry about it. On this front side here, one of the cooler pockets too, it's got a bunch of different features inside of this. It does go the whole length of the bag, so it stops down here, but you can see this here, there is a see-through pocket, which this is typically where I'll keep my identification and different stuff like that in this bag. And then it does have another stretchy pocket right below it that only goes right down there. It's not super deep, but it just gives you some different storage options, and that way you can keep stuff in there and keep it separate. This pocket does the same thing where it will expand or it will crush down. So if you want to have this thing filled up, you can. Again, this is the 948, and it does fit down here like that. Closes nicely. The only thing you have to be aware of is that this portion isn't actually completely zipped up. There is a little bit of room. Now we'll go ahead and unzip this bag and get into the inside. I'll show you guys that storage. It's got the one on the front here that's got the different pouches. It's got 4. You can also get one that just covers this up so you're not getting this material dirty, but it does just snap in here. Nice and easy. And if you don't want this storage on the front, you don't have to. It also has a pocket on the front here. This pocket only goes down to the bottom of this this V-swap insert. So it's not a ton of room up here, but it does give you somewhere to store small items. Then if we go ahead and take this out, boom, this is one of the configurations. This is the tool configuration, but it does have the 2 pockets. Neither of them are the stretchy ones. You have the bit pockets / pencil screwdriver pockets up front, which again, it will fit a blade in there very nicely, and it does keep things from tipping over. It just keeps them in place. Personally, I really like to just load up my screwdrivers in one of these little sections, but 2 pockets, 4 pockets up top across the front. They fit screwdrivers, they fit pliers. You know the deal. We've been through them already. And then it's got the bit pockets up top, which you can see the longer one over here, and then all of the smaller pockets up top and to the side of that. This is probably the hardest one to line back up. Truthfully, I don't ever take these out though unless I'm making videos. So hopefully you guys don't have to do this all the time. It's just a little, I mean, the slightest more difficult to get them lined up, snap back in. Once it's in there, it's done. And as I was saying, you can see just how much storage space is in front of this panel. It's a lot wider of a section because it's not a double-sided bag like the other bags, I think is the reason, but it does give you a lot more storage in the front. So my impact sits in here, my bit case is sitting here. I can set my tool pouch in here and it still closes. It's not even smashing up against the other panels if I wanted to keep this on the inside. Now, probably my favorite bag in the lineup, the Tech Pack MCP. This is their compact full-size backpack. Basically, it is a dual-sided backpack The MB5B is not. It is their compact version. They have one size larger than this. They don't have it in the infrared. I'll tag that at the end because the Tech Pack, the original Tech Pack, is the one that I use every day as my like daily driver because of how many tools I carry. It's a ridiculous amount. I probably need to stop. But this MC style footprint of bag is the one that really got me started on Veto. And I love this bag, okay? So with the addition of the meter pockets, it adds in so much size. And if you made it this far, you probably really like these bags, or you wanted to check out the MCTP, you guys should subscribe because I also like these bags, and that's why we make videos about them and tools and nice things for the trades. So check them out, subscribe. It helps out the channel, and you guys get to see more of our stuff. Now, there's a lot to this one. We're going to try to fly through it because I know it's been a lot, but the meter pockets are this larger style. I really like this. They don't have the Velcro portion on the side here. Big plus for me, especially because you can actually fit all of your either pocket stuffers in here. We'll go ahead and take the tape loop off, which it does come with. Sits on the D-ring. Now, if we go ahead and take our pouch, our magnetic clip style of pouch, it does fit in here very nicely. No issues. It's on there. It's secure. It's not going anywhere. Obviously, it'll hold the tape. It'll hold whatever. Now, if we go ahead and open this up, so we'll go ahead and start with the sure trace. It's in there, and it zips up pretty nicely. There's a little bit of tightness there, but I think it's the way I have it stuffed in there right now. It really isn't too difficult to get in normally. So this is going to be the larger style of pocket. There's your sure trace. If you were wondering, we're going to go ahead and put our 376 in here. No issues whatsoever. There's plenty of room. And this is the style that has the stretchy pocket in the front. It's great for your leads. This is where all of my leads sit. It's just better. I like it that way. T6-600 now. We'll go ahead, show you guys this. This easy fit here, no issues whatsoever. Zip it up, it's done. Unzip it, pull it out, you're good to go. And the cool thing is when you do unzip it, it doesn't come out. Also, this is with the magnet on the back, so it is a little bit thicker than if you don't carry that on there, but fits around nicely, no issues. Obviously, anything smaller will fit in there. The 323, which is actually what I use and just beat the mess out of every day, fits in there so easily. This is my favorite. If you're looking for a meter and you're new to this, the 323s, that's just what I use. It's what I love. Even having the T6-600 and the 376, which is just too expensive to be beating around all day and potentially lose when I don't really need most of the functionality of this. I really just need to check voltage, continuity, a little bit of DC every now and then, and amperage. That's all. With the front pockets here, there's a Velcro portion up top for you to put a patch on. This is where all of my identification and stuff stays normally. You can see there is a pocket. It's just a little mesh pocket that holds it up against there. So you can put your cards, different things like that in there. And then this portion does come out. So if you want to stick a little bit more stuff in there, you're able to fill it. If you don't, it will lay flat. One pocket that I always forget is there, truthfully. This right here is a pocket. I don't know why I always forget, but it's on both sides, so you can actually stick stuff down in there. Pencils, voltage detectors, whatever you want. I really like it, and it looks cool. It adds a little bit of fun to the bag, a little bit of more customization. That's cool. And then obviously it's got the MOLLE webbing across the front as well, which is just definitely an additional bonus. It's got the small pocket up top. This is where I keep my batteries at, and it's a really tight one. Not a whole lot you're going to keep in there other than small items like that. We'll go ahead and get into it. Of course, it has this portion here so you can keep this up. Weight in the pockets will pull this down if you don't have something up there to hold it up. This will allow you to use this as a workspace. It'll also keep your bag off the ground so it's not getting in dirty, nasty stuff. We'll go ahead and take this off so you guys can actually see what's going on in this bag. On the back side here, see-through pocket, and there's a magnet, and that way I always put my panel screws on this, use this as a workspace when I'm doing stuff like this. It sits on the cart, and then I put my panel screws here so I don't lose them. or different bits. If I'm changing out bits frequently and I'm sitting by that, I will actually use that. And then there is a pocket up top as well. And this one actually does go the full length all the way to the bottom of this see-through pocket. Now there's a ton of configurations for this bag in the main section here. I really like the tool section here. We'll go ahead and pop this out, let you guys get a look at it. Now, these pockets in the front, they do have the 2 pockets, but these are actually the stretchy material. It really doesn't change that much. You just can smash them a little bit better and you can stuff them a little bit better. I like the layout of this bag. I don't really know. I used this bag for probably like 3 years before I got the larger tech pack, because what the larger tech pack does is it adds 1 extra row of pockets. So this and 2 vertical pockets. I like that. It honestly, I don't fill it up. Usually I try not to, or it gets too heavy. But that's just what it does in terms of storage of the upsizing of the bag. All 4 pockets, same layout there. And then up top you have these pockets, which I really like. I like them for different things like knives, voltage detectors, different things like that. They just fit in here nicely. They stay out of the way. Small screwdrivers and stuff like that. This Fiskars won't fit in here super nicely because it's so fat. But I do love this Fiskars. But different knives like this Klein, their new Hawkbill, it'll actually fit down there pretty nicely. Again, this is part of the V-Swap, so if you don't want this configuration in there, you can take it out and put in whatever actually works well for you, while all still having this fantastic handle, the hard bottom. This bag does not tip over. I've never had this bag tip over on me. It's great. The meter pockets, the cool look, all of those things with whatever configuration actually works for what you do. So with that back in there, I'll go ahead and show you guys how this backside works, because it's really pretty cool to keep the weight off of these zippers, because while you are carrying it on your bag, but these are comfortable straps, by the way, it would put all the weight on this back zipper. So what they do is you have to unlatch this little thing. This is what puts the weight on the handle, not actually on the zippers. This is why I also keep most of my less used stuff back here, the stuff I'm not either using as frequently. There's no strap here to hold this up because it's not really meant to be a workspace. Same thing with the pockets on the back here though. There is a see-through pocket and there is a regular pocket. Go ahead and get this storage out. Now this is the meter panel. You can see the main difference is that there's only 1 pocket on this left side, your right. It is both the stretchy pockets, but what this just allows for you to do is have all that storage where you can put the more bulk items in there. You can either crush this pocket and have it down at the bottom, which is what I do with my Impact, my M12 Impact, or you can actually fill this pocket up and keep something like the Sure Trace in there. With the top here, same 4 pockets up top across here that I like. They fit most large items, especially with this configuration. This is the tallest bag in this lineup. So this is going to give you the most vertical storage. You can see a 10-inch set of pliers looks like nothing in here. 12 inches would be nothing for this. It wouldn't be hard for this to hold, especially vertically at all. No issues getting them in or out whatsoever. Same thing with longer beater drivers, the multi-nut drivers, anything like that that you actually need vertical storage for, you're good. Now the top is a little bit different. You can see they have this little clip here, which I usually keep keys on, like a little key clip ring. It's got the 2 D-rings up top too for you to hang stuff on. And then all these pockets are the stretchy pockets. This section here is a little bit lower than this section. These are a little bit higher, longer, whatever you want to call them. I don't keep a ton of stuff in here. Usually like a couple adapters, little bits, different things like that. But I have a bit case that holds all my bits that kind of travels with me. That way I don't have to bring my whole bag every time I just want to go install a mailbox that my dad just smashed with his truck. All of these are fantastic bags. Obviously, I have my favorites because of what I do and how I work. It's going to be different than you and how you work. And so that's why you really have to take some time and just decide what actually fits into your, like what you want. That's why you just have to decide what you want. The only thing I can speak to is the quality of these bags. They're expensive. It took me forever to pull the trigger on my first Veto bag. And like I said, once I did, there was just no going anywhere else. The quality, the performance, the utility of the bag itself, being able to have a hard bottom, the organization is by far my favorite. The look of the bags is great. I really like using them. That's why we just use Veto bags, is because that's like, it's been that way for like almost 5 or 6 years now. The one bag they don't have in the infrared series yet is their Tech Pack. It's their largest backpack, which is what I carry on the daily. So if you guys do want to see my loadout of the Tech Pack, you guys can head up to this video. Remember, it's all for His glory, and I'll see you guys on the next one.